the integration that they've built is through OpenAI, which we all know ChatGPT is a product of OpenAI, which is a company that's been around for probably 8 or 9 or 10 years at this point in time. Um, but what they did, a little misstep, was that they made it into my AI. So it was like yet another buddy or friend or whatever the case is. And that to me makes it sound like, well, it's a friend. They need to distinguish and say, well, this is something that people are actually going to need to interact with as an assistant, not as a friend. If they went down that path, because it's basically a communication back and forth with an individual, a kid, or whomever, and the actual AI. So that's why they need to maybe make a little adjustment there. So we're at the point in time where it seems like OpenAI has gone down the path of a little bit of bias with respect to some of the political figures that we have right now. That's something that I hope that they're able to level set on and central, become a little more centered on, because that's really important for people to have faith in these types of things. We should all have a ton of skepticism when it comes to these interactions that we have. But when you start to see some of that, and I've tested it, and I'm sort of a centrist when we look at both things, look at the left, look at the right, and try to figure out what makes the most sense. And there is some bias in there. There always will be some bias, but I think in time, you can sort of start to root out a little bit of the bias in AI when you're able to craft and engineer the prompts that allow you to say, okay, this is what I'm looking for as a author in this field. You're able to craft those prompts. You get to the point of it being a little bit better on those fronts. One of the most important things, especially when it comes to the Snap AI component, is that, and this sounds a little bit trite, but parents need to work with the kids, especially when they start to engage with these AI bots, to say, okay, you have engagements all the time with various groups around video games that you're playing with, that you're got your headsets on with Roblox or Minecraft or Fortnite, and you're talking to some random person halfway around the world or God knows where, and you're having they're giving you advice, they're giving you thoughts and all sorts of things. So you're going to get same sort of prompts or information back from these chats, but hopefully it's not going to be as off as you may have with this sort of thing. So I think parents engaging with their kids, helping them learn a little bit about this stuff, and having some skepticism. So teaching them that this is not the be all to end all, that what is coming back is not necessarily the truth, but it could be a truth. So they have to work with that and engage in that space.